Thanks for buying an RHK Motohauler. You've just invested in a secure and easy way to transport a dirt bike without the use of a trailer or van. These instructions reflect the paper instructions from the box, which is also available on the JTR website. Remember, the total load rating is 200 kilos, which allows for 174 kilos of motorcycle to be towed. If you're unsure of the weight of your motorcycle, we suggest multiplying the dry weight of the motorcycle, which can be found in your manual, by 1.25 to allow for fuel, lubricants, accessories and mud you may have on the bike. The Motohauler uses a 51mm tow hitch and will not work with Class 2 or smaller receivers. Before you start your assembly, you'll need a few tools, namely a 10, 13, 17 and 24mm spanner. Let's build this thing. Remove all the pieces from the box and lay the flattened packaging on the ground to protect your Motohauler from any damage. Bring what you've got and what's on the packaging list in the instructions. Place the hitch bar onto the cardboard and attach the support brackets to the outside of the welded brackets using the M8x20 bolts, M8 washers and M8 lock nuts. Fasten from the outside in and leave the bolts hand tight. Place the rack on the hitch bar. Note the 4 holes in the upper section of the rack. This is where we'll place the wheel chock, so be sure you position it how you would like to load your bike and how you would like it facing on your vehicle. We recommend it on the right so that you're loading the car from the left-hand side and out of the way of traffic. Align the holes with the support brackets and connect using the M8x40 bolts, M8 washers and M8 lock nuts. Securely tighten all 12 support bolts. Slide the anti-tilt bracket over the hitch bar with the flat side of the bracket towards the vehicle and the bolt heads facing the ground. You now have the option of putting this on your vehicle now to continue the build, or if you're not going to use it straight away, you can continue to build it on the ground like we are. If you're planning on using this now, slide the hitch bar into the trailer hitch of your vehicle and install the hitch pin bolts to secure. You may only need to use one of these, however if they don't fit, simply use your existing hitch pin. Tighten the anti-tilt bolts evenly on the anti-tilt bracket. They will pinch the bracket on the collar of the hitch to prevent excess movement of the rack. Take care not to damage any plastic covers on your hitch. Mount the front tie-down bar under the rack with the channel facing down and the end with the 2 holes on the same side as the hitch. Place the wheel chock on top of the rack. Align the holes with the rack and connect using the M10 bolts, washers and nuts. The bolts should be securely tightened. Mount the rear tie-down bar under the rack with the channel facing down and the end with the 2 holes on the same side as the hitch. Align the holes on the rack by connecting using the M10 bolts, washers and nuts. The bolts should be securely tightened. At the innermost holes of the tie-down bars, which is the side that has the 2 holes, screw the M10 bolt into the underside of the frame. This is for stowing the ramp when not in use. Simply align the locator holes on the ramp with the M10 bolts and securely tighten with the wing nuts. Connect the eyelet bolts with the 2 outermost holes on each tie-down bar. Securely tighten with M10 washers and nuts. You've now successfully assembled your Motohauler. Great job. Hopefully yours looks like ours. Before you use it, just double check that all the bolts are securely tightened. This should be done before every use. Now there's just a couple of things before we finish. Firstly, when using the ramp, remove it from the Motohauler and align the hook at the end with the ramp of the first rung of the Motohauler. Ensure it's secure before use so it doesn't bounce out of place. When not in use, return it to the stowaway zone and attach with the wing nuts. Secondly, if you're using a motorcycle with a wheel diameter smaller than 19 inches, you'll need to use the wheel size adjustment pin in the holes underneath the wheel chock to make sure the wheel is secure on the rack. Lock it into place with the 2 split pins. This is not to be used as a hitch pin. Finally, when securing your motorcycle to the Motohauler, be sure to use tie-down straps certified for use and suitable for securing a motorcycle. Attach one to each side of the handlebar and then to the eyelet below. Straps should be attached to the rear of the bike as well. Again, utilising 2 straps, one on either side of the bike to keep it secure, ideally to the rear subframe or foot pegs.